Samantala, turnover muna tayo sa isang mahalagang press conference na nagaganap po ngayon sa NDRMC sa may Campo Aguinaldo.
Tinatawag nating early recovery stage. Likewise, as of yesterday, a total of 430,435 family food packs were already distributed in the whole of Region 8, and hundreds of thousands more are now in the pipeline. And as we speak now, we have trucks and buses from DSWD being loaded in a landing craft tank in Matnog for distribution in affected areas. In Matnog bottleneck, na it was reported for a number of days na meron tayong masyadong queuing, umaabot ng 3 to 5 kilometers. We would like to announce also that starting yesterday, from the 8 vessels na ginagamit para makapunta sa Port of Allen, it is now added with 6 more. So from 8 ang normal, naging 14 landing craft vessels ang ginagamit para ma-accommodate yung mas maraming na naka-queue ngayon sa Port of Matnog. At para lalo pang mapabilis yung return ng mga LCTs, pagdating nila sa Allen, hindi na sila mag-iintay ng mga cargos or pasaheros, but instead, they will go back again to Matnog. So it means, madodouble natin yung capacity, madodouble yung pag-haul ng mga relief goods, at update na rin yung mga private trucks and vehicles who would like to cross Matnog going to Allen Port. And to further augment yung capacity ng Matnog Port, binuksan na rin yung Bulan Port also in Sorsogon with 2 landing craft transport. So, 2 ports na ginagamit natin at sa normal na 8, naging 14, binuksan pa natin ang Bulan Port na mayroong 2 kapasidad. So, all in all, it becomes 16. Double the normal. At 2 ports na ang nagsiservice para makapunta sa Matnog Port. With regards to fuel supply, ang mga tankers ngayon na andun sa Matnog, sila ang second priority para madala sa Port of Allen. So yung mga ibang LCTs na nagkakarga ng relief goods, yung iba namang LCTs nagkakarga naman ng mga tankers coming from the different suppliers. So yan po ang magandang development na nangyari on the ground, at we can also say that lahat ng mga areas ay napunta natin at nabigyan na ng relief goods. So we are now open for question and answer.
Only in Tacloban lang, or can we say na, because we, from what I understand before, marami talagang mas isolated than Tacloban. What about those other areas?
Ang pinaka-sinasabi nating ground zero is actually Tacloban, the province of Leyte, and the province of Eastern Samar. Kapag na-address natin ito, it means to say all other areas are being addressed also, dahil ang needs nila is much lesser as compared to ground zero. At yung governance in those areas ay very active. They are supportive and functioning. At yung supplies na ibinibigay ng both local and international organizations ay nako-cover natin lahat. Nabibigyan lahat ng areas adversely affected by Yolanda.
Sir, masasabi na ba natin na stable yung supply ng relief goods? Then, pwede ba tayo simula ng rehabilitation?
Actually, we are in the early recovery stage. Pagka talagang masabi natin, we are confident to say na totally stable na ang relief goods, the total system in the distribution of relief goods, then we can say that early recovery is being undertaken, and once that is okay also, then rehabilitation will set in. Actually, hindi naman yan pag huminto dito sa kapapasok yun eh. It can be undertaken simultaneously. Para mayroong continuity, hindi mo na makikita yung differentiation because everything is being undertaken as everything develops on the ground.
Sir, paano po yun? May mga ibang lugar pa raw na 5 days, muli silang naka-receive ng relief goods. Medyo hindi po consistent yung sa
Yeah, you will notice even in the national dailies, makita natin dyan, yung mga choppers ng mga international organizations nagagamit na at nare-reach out na natin lahat ng areas. Yung mga nagsasabi siguro, baka delayed lang yung pagkaka-report, it was reported 2-3 days ago, ang akala natin hanggang ngayon, ganun ang situation.
Sir, pero meron din kami sa nakakapanayan na talagang yung mga residente mismo, wala po pa silang natatanggap regularly.
Yung regular base, we're talking about 1.4 million. Yung regularity is being addressed by the government, and we are in the process of increasing our capacity. So let us be patient, and we are asking everybody to help out. Mga private donors yung may capacity to give out in the area itself, gawin na po natin para siguradong wala tayong kababayan na nagugutom o hindi nakakakuha ng adequate relief goods.
Sir, what about yung mga tiga Tacloban or other areas na nakalipat na po or pumunta po dito sa Manila? Ano pong specific instructions ni Presidente on how we're gonna deal with those people na lalo na po yung iba na decided to leave the affected areas but they don't really have any family here in Metro Manila? How are we gonna deal with that?
Well, actually I was there last and proseso na ginagawa. Pagdating nila, load pinapakain ng ating. After being fed, nagkakaroon ng psychological, psychosocial debriefing, and after that, merong another stage na pupunta sila para mabigyan naman ng damit. Yung walang mga nadalang damit at kailangan nila ng additional clothing. So merong ganong stage sa third stage na ibinibigay ng damit, and then sa fourth stage ando naman ang medical services. And in the medical services, andito ang DOH as well as private organizations sa mga doctors and nurses. And in that area, additional goods are being given. And very prominent dito yung city government of Pasay as well as the SM, ano? Andito mismo yung officials from SM with their group providing medical services as well as relief goods. So napakaganda ng proseso that at the end of the day, lahat ng mga pasaheros na dumating na may kamag-anak, kasama na nilang uuwi. Yung may pupuntahan na kamag-anak, if they intend to go to Northern Luzon or Central Luzon, binibigyan naman ng pera para makauwi. Inihahatid sa terminal at bibigyan sila ng pera para makauwi sa kanilang mga kamag-anak. Yung walang kamag-anak ay kinukuha ng DSWD as well as NGOs na mayroong kapasidad to take care of those without relatives. So at the end of the day, walang maiiwan kahit isa na hindi attended to in Villamor Air Base.
Nagkakaproblema tayo yung sa land, sir, from Matnog.
Well, na-explain ko na kanina, no? Na-doble na natin ang kapasidad. From 8, it is now 14. Nabuksan na rin ang Bulan Port with 2 landing craft transport. At yung turnaround, instead of waiting for passengers and cargos in Allen, pinababalik na yan kahit walang kargada. So, ibig sabihin, more than doubled ang capacity. Ang normal nila, 8 LCTs, ngayon 14, but faster ang return time.
Kailangan pa natin.
So, dadagdagan na, starting yesterday, at sabi nga, normal, 8, naging 14. Ang Bulan Port, binuksan din with 2 LCTs. So, naging total of 16 na landing craft transport na pwedeng magsakay ng mga trucks, passengers, at mga tankers.
Yusek, may mention Sheriff Coloma na yung pagdating ng crudo sa Tacloban, even other parts, how will you sustain it, the fact na hindi pa naman gano'n talaga kaayos yung buong Eastern Visayas? How will
Well,
you sustain it?
yun nga, nasabi ko kanina, there is now priority kung sino ang pwedeng sumakay o i-allow ng authorities pagdating nila sa Matnog. Ang first priority, relief goods. Second priority, POL, yung mga tankers. And third priority, yung mga private vehicles.
Sir, hindi pa sustain na ba natin ang mga vehicles? How long pa natin siya mag-sustain especially ngayon na sidagsaan din ang mga foreign oils natin?
Kaya nga, yun nga sinasabi natin kanina, no? Aside from the local government being spearheaded by DSWD, tunay-tunaylada rin na goods ang dumating galing from international organizations. At itong mga international organizations, they have partner agencies and NGOs at sila na mismo yung nagpupunta doon sa mga areas na masabi natin na hindi nabibigyan ng adequate relief goods. So, nako-complement tayo ng mga international organization. Marinig lang natin 40 tons of relief goods coming from this country at nagpunta sila sa Panay Islands, nagpunta sila sa Northern Cebu, yung mga affected areas. Kaya, we can safely say na na-cover natin lahat ito because nagkakaroon na ng tulong-tulong. Aside from local sources, mayroon ng international sources with equipment and capability to reach out.
So, how many days pa natin ito kaya masustain with all of the help?
Well, we will sustain this operation as long as it takes and as long as it's needed.
Sir, ano yung mga challenges na naman nakikita na natin? Ngayon, na-sustain na, malapit na sustain already. Ano na next challenge na?
Well, of course, the transition to the early recovery, then to the rehabilitation stage. Nasabi ko nga kanina, sa early recovery, nagkaroon na ng opening ng ATM services this coming Wednesday ang Land Bank of the Philippines. And we are confident that other banking institutions will also open within a week. And banking in Tacloban City will start on Thursday.
Sir, yung mga body bags, enough pa ba? Nagdadagdag pa ba? Ito, paano na yun yung proseso natin yung sa mga pang-missing na hindi na nila mahanap?
Well, yung paghahanap po ng mga kababayan natin na missing at yung retrieval ng mga bodies na hindi pa nakikita ay continuously being conducted. Sa Tacloban City proper, nag-create po tayo ng task force on debris clearing and it is being headed by Metro Manila Chairman himself, Francis Tolentino. So, siyang in charge sa debris clearing operations. And we are happy to announce also that in Tacloban City, the highways are now two-way. Instead na before yung first few days natin, puro one-way lang ang traffic. O kalahati lang ng karsada ang nadadaanan. Ngayon, balik-balikan, pwede na. Hindi na alam na may pinto.
Red, I'll be clear, yung early recovery stage or yung normalization. Ano bang meaning natin dito?
Well, pagka sinabi nating normalization stage, nagkakaroon na ng business activity, nagno-normalize na yung normal course of business in any community. Magkakaroon na ng market transactions at yung pera mo ngayon may value na. Unlike before, na ang pera mo walang value dahil hindi ka makabili na kahit anong goods and services. Now, sa normalization, may value na yung pera mo dahil meron ka ng mabibili na mga sa market area.
So ilang araw nang wala si Typhoon Yolanda sa bansa natin? Are we still going to maintain your red alert status?
Yung alin?
Red alert status, police
The red alert status will continue as long as it is needed. Because at the moment, we need to implement, issue directives, make new policies to address the needs of the populace in affected areas.
Last na sa akin, sir. Sir, di ba you have a program na kapag mayroong isang pamilya may nasasabi sa kanila, you always give them 10,000. How so, nakakapagbigay na po ba tayo ng ganong aid sa ating mga kababayan sa Eastern Visayas?
At the moment, karamihan unidentified. Hindi natin malaman kung sino nga ang beneficiaries. Kapag ka nag-stabilize na to, then we will start giving them.
Saan may figure tayo, sir? Kasi yung NSF, mga first responder natin, PNP, FP, community figure tayo, sir, about sa kanila, sir. Accounted for na lahat ng...
Siguro, masabi natin, if you would like to get a percentage, in the Tacloban City Police Office, meron silang 259 personnel. Sa first 3 days ng aftermath ni Yolanda, only 20 personnel were reporting for duty. So 20 is about 8% of the total police force in Tacloban City proper. So it means to say 92% of police personnel were affected by Yolanda. So if that happened to the PNP, I think in all government agencies with government employees may be affected with the same percentage. Okay? So baka may itatanong kayo kay Major Balito sa mga detalye.
Ano yung nilabas na figures ng damage as of 6 a.m. kanina? Nanandagan ba yun ng malaki? From the last update.
Yung nilabas natin kaninang umaga is nasa 10.3 billion. Wala pa rin po ba?
Wala pa rin.
Ang Region 8, andyan ba? Wala ba?
Sir, last na, are you planning to join the president? Siya na lang namin.
Ang presidente may mga kasamang mga cabinet secretaries. He visited G1 and Tacloban City proper yesterday. This morning, he visited Palo, Leyte. And from there, we do not know now kung saan pa ang pupuntahan ng ating presidente. But what is certain is that andun siya on the ground to ensure that the delivery of basic services ay magawa ng lahat ng ahensya ng gobyerno at magkaroon ng proper coordination.
Sir, sa inyo, dito na lang po.
So we are here in integrating, collating the efforts so that we can see the vacuum, kung ano yung pangangailangan at magkaroon tayo ng more strategic at kung kailangan mag-issue ng new policies, we are consulting the leadership para sa gagawin nating mga hakbang.
So hindi pa sure kung gaano katagal si president.
We do not know about that. Okay? So maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.